Welcome into a special coach spotlight here at the Kokomo Post Sports. I'm your host, Jay Stevens. And one thing we love to do throughout the year is highlight different coaches inside the county that are doing some big things, or some coaches that are recently hired. Well, today we have a first. We have a coach and his daughter. Now, his daughter was a player on the team that he coached, so it's not like we're pulling his daughter in just to come in and just talk and hype up dad. But I'm looking forward to getting into this show today and getting to hear from Bart Miller again, and also from his daughter, Kylie. Bart, welcome back.
Thank you. Pleasure to be back.
Bart, I did mention this earlier, as the head varsity softball coach over at Western High School, very successful program. Kylie was an Indiana All-Star, and I'm glad that she's here with us as well. Kylie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bart, you have been the head coach at Western for the softball team for the past couple of years. Very, very successful program, one that has been fun watching and following throughout the season. What stood out? What are some memories you have from this year?
This year, just the girls, again, every year, that's why you coach, is for the players and the girls. We had a very successful year. Got to the Final Four of the state tournament, 28-4 record. Very proud of all the girls, the way they stepped up. We had quite a bit of adversity throughout the year. We had some girls get injured. We had some other issues as well that all the girls fought through, and just really proud of how they handled all that stuff.
How did you handle some of that adversity that happened this year?
We try to get it head on. We talk about meeting a standard, meeting the standards, and if somebody, whether it's a player, a coach, a manager, is not, somebody speaks up, and we have players hold each other accountable, coaches hold players accountable, and everybody does their part. They understand, hey, maybe I messed up, but time to get back on track.
What has it been like being coached by your dad on the softball diamond for the past couple of years?
It's been a different dynamic than normal, but I'd say I do enjoy it because obviously I get to have this time with my dad. But overall, I'd say it's enjoyable, but it does have its moments where I'm like, gosh, Dad, leave me alone. But at the same time, it is nice to have him there and have his input all the time.
How has he helped you be a better player while he's been coaching you at Western?
I feel like I'm definitely not able to get away with anything. I'm always being watched, always held accountable. But I feel like he's done a good job of giving everyone a fair chance and letting us play and letting us be leaders in our own way and stepping in when he feels his need to.
Was that one of your goals to do when you became the head coach?
Yeah. I feel like a player-led team will be more successful than a coach. I don't want to say not coach-led, because coaches have to lead the team, but if players are seems like they're making the decisions, the actions and all that, it goes a lot further than, I'm just listening to what the coach says, so I'm just going to do that. When other players are saying, no, this is how we do it, it means a lot more, I think, especially to high school athletes.
Western's program, I think, gets, I don't want to say overlooked, but some people just focus on baseball. You guys have been really, really good. What has it been like getting more attention as you get into the tournament when more people realize, there's a really good softball team out there?
I mean, obviously, I think all 4 years we've had a really good team. I've been very fortunate. We've had a deep pitching staff, lots of great hitters, really good defense at all 4 years. I think definitely last year with the state run, that's when we really started getting noticed, and it was really cool. I mean, both the regional games this year and last year, having a sold-out crowd pretty much, it looked like, just looking, and there's 3 rows in the outfield of chairs sitting watching people. I mean, that's just really cool to experience because we never had that before.
What was it like before?
I mean, obviously you had the support of your parents, your grandparents, and I mean, we always felt the support, but I think now seeing that we have a lot more, the whole community coming to watch us, I think that was just really cool, and I think it opened our eyes to seeing, dang, a lot of people really want to see us play.
I think I saw a picture from the regional game you guys got to host this year. And I've never been out to any of your games, which is shame on me for that. But I saw a picture, and I know there's stands and people bring their chairs and things like that to line up along the first and third base lines along the fence. I look out, there's people all around the outfield. And I was just amazed at how many people come out to watch not just a talented team, but they're watching them, expecting them to win every single time. Did that add pressure to you while you're leading this team?
I don't want to say it added pressure. It added an expectation that I knew the community had, but the girls stepped up every day in practice, and that's what the way practice goes is how I feel about games. There were like one or two games the entire year that I was a little worried about when we went into them because of how practice had gone. We won both of those games, by the way, so the girls had everything under control. So I don't feel the pressure. Like I said, we want to improve each and every day, and that's the goal, and I feel like our girls do. And after each game, we talk about, hey, we had this that we could have done better, but you know what? Here's what we did do better. Here's where we did get better. So as long as we're getting better each and every day, that's the goal.
So, Kylie, this year during the state tournament run, I was following along, and I saw, I think it was a double-digit win, shutout win the first game in sectionals. And then there was 3 games in sectionals, nobody scored. There was one game regional, nobody scored. And I don't think in this the first semi-state game, I don't think that team scored either. I could be wrong. But the only runs that were given up in the state tournament run this year were the unfortunate loss that ended your season. What did you guys do to figure out a way to shut everybody out during that run? Almost everybody out, excuse me. But
I think, honestly, Lucy George.
Okay.
She is an unbelievable pitcher. She has amazing command on the mound, and she wants to win. Like, she holds herself to a very high standard where she does not want to let people score. I think that lets her defense work extra hard for her. And obviously I did pitch some too, but it's great because she's a dominant pitcher, huge goals, and she sets that tone when she steps on the mound for everyone around her. And I think that's also helped me become more confident on the mound and start to have that personality too along with her that makes our defense want to make plays for us. And I think that really made the difference this year.
it was amazing to watch and to see those scores and to see people on social media, players like your teammates, being very excited and getting eager to get back out there and play. But if I see that, part of me in my mind is thinking at some point either the players are going to crack and let somebody score that shouldn't in a regional or sectional or something like that, or coaching in the sectional could have messed things up that would have caused you guys to not win a sectional championship once again. But that's just amazing. Did you expect the team to go on a run like that?
I don't want to say I expected it, but I knew they had that ability in them. Defensively, that's something that me as a coach, that's one of the things that I emphasize is defense. I come from a basketball background, and defense wins championships.
Yeah.
As we've all heard that. You talked about the state tournament run there, not giving up runs till the last game there, and we only gave up 2 in that game.
Right.
We had 16 of our 32 games this year where we did not give up a run, and 29 of the 32 we gave up 3 or less runs. So I was really proud of the girls' defense. We worked drills, fielding, catching, throwing each and every day. And our pitchers, like Kylie said, Lucy is phenomenal, has that mentality, and that spreads to the other girls, and they want to make plays for her. So she's not afraid to put the ball over the plate if she has to. She doesn't want to. No pitcher wants to, but she knows she's got a defense behind her that will defend and take care of things for her if they do put it in play. Has
it been tough being dad while coaching your daughter?
At times. I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of this young lady here. She, I think she does. I try to, and I think she has learned over the years. It's when we're at practice, it's coach. Off the field, it's dad, and kind of compartmentalize those 2 roles. While I'm always dad, she knows when I'm a coach, I may have to be hard on her, and I'll give her credit because she's my kid, and I know I can probably be a little harder on her than other girls. I have in the past at times, and she's taken it great. And I think she understood the times that I did do that it was for the good of the team and not me just getting on her. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
What are some of those car rides like after games, after a big win, but you know you did something that you shouldn't have done, knowing that Dad might bring it up?
Obviously, I feel like it's something where it's like we just don't talk about it.
Okay.
We're both
Okay.
aware of it, but we just don't talk about it. Because obviously, I think every mistake or anytime I've messed up, I'm the first one to know about
Yeah.
it, and I feel like I'm hard on myself. But I think also our whole coaching staff has been great on like just hey, forget it. Like it happens, game of errors, forget it. So I think it's something where we haven't dwelled on it too much. But yeah, I think at home we just don't speak about it because we're both aware, but just don't acknowledge it.
Will it be sad not having him as a coach next year?
I think it'll definitely be different.
Yeah.
I think also being like far away from home, it'll be sad. I think I'll miss everyone, especially because I mean this whole team, whole coaching staff, a lot of us have grown up together. Some of us have played since we were 4, 5, 6 years old together. So I think it'll be very different having a complete new set of teammates, complete new set of coaches. But part of me is ready to kind of be on my own. But yeah, it'll be a little sad.
Ready to get away from Dad?
A little bit.
What was it like being an All-Star this year?
It was really cool. That's what I honestly, I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect it fully because
Yeah.
I know I had a slow start to my season. But it was really cool, super grateful for that experience. Got to meet some amazing people, some of the best players in the state, played against them, played with them. So it was really cool.
So what goes on during an All-Star event?
So we started off Friday. We had a practice.
Mm-hmm.
You just split with your teams, practice, get to know each other, and it's really just get you loose, get you to meet people, see who you're playing with. Then that we go to a hotel, get ready for a banquet. That was at Edgewood High School this year.
Okay.
So we had a banquet. It was about 2.5 hours long, and they recognize each girl. They read a little bio about you. So then there's that. You get a little plaque, and again, just have dinner with your teammates. And then you go back, hang out in the hotel, and you share a room with about 3 other girls. So that was definitely a different experience sharing a room with someone you don't know. But I was really lucky. I had great roommates. And then you wake up next morning, you get to the field, play 2 games, and I mean, it was really fun.
Good. What was it like for you, being able to watch her get recognized for her talents?
It was fantastic. I was so proud of her. I know she's worked hard her whole life, and she doesn't always get all the recognition that I feel she should get. I tried not to, as a dad coach, I tried not to spotlight her and everybody go, oh, look, he's just saying that because it's his daughter. So I feel like I haven't been able to give her the accolades or the credit that I feel she actually deserves just because of that. But it was fantastic watching her out there playing with some of the best players in the state and watching her succeed and go, yeah, she deserves to be there.
I went back to your Twitter page and I tried to scroll through a little bit to see some things about various athletes before they come in here. And I saw it was on April 5th of this year, you committed to Georgetown College.
Yes.
Why did you pick that school?
Honestly, a very weird story.
Okay.
I think my recruitment process has been very up and down. I didn't always know if I wanted to play in college. There was times where I felt like I was done with softball, very frustrated. But then I felt this year, I was like, okay, like I'm not ready for it to be over. I do want to continue this. So I actually sat down with Cheyenne Shepard, which is my wrestling coach's wife.
Okay.
And she sat down with me, and I told her what I was looking for in a college, what I wanted. And she was like, actually, I think I have the school for you. And it was kind of crazy how it worked out. But so I got in touch with the coach, and I think within like 3 days I was on a visit. I got a tour of the school. I went and practiced with the girls, and that night I got my offer from him over dinner. And then honestly, I was like, okay, like it's here in front of me. I don't really know what to do. But then we went on spring break. And when I got back from spring break, I was like, okay, I haven't changed my mind. I like this school, liked everything about it. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm like, I'm late into my senior year, kind of go time. So, and I don't regret it yet. So, yeah.
I feel like with recruiting, it can have weird stories, different
Yeah.
things that happen for the athlete, but also for a parent. It has to be kind of be sitting on pins and needles like, well, I think she wants to play, but maybe she doesn't. I think there's a school here. Maybe it's a different one. How was that process for you?
Difficult is the best way to put it. We let Kylie make her decision. Don't get me wrong, her mother and I were like, hey, you're good at this, you enjoy it, why not try it. You know, you can always back off, but we both felt had she not her freshman year, if you don't play, it's very difficult to then get in.
Yeah.
So at least try it somewhere. We didn't care where. We went on some visitations, and when she was younger, I took her to some camps, and they weren't exactly the best camps in the world. They were more like money grabs for the university or college. So we learned through the recruiting process, but we let her make the decision ultimately, and we're happy that with Georgetown and everything, with their coaching staff, their facilities, the campus itself is, I think, something that's going to be to Kylie's liking.
Okay. Are you planning on pitching there?
Yeah, I'll pitch, and then the plan is to hopefully work myself also into playing maybe a little third first. But yeah, so now I'm going to be a pitcher.
Which of the two, third or first, is your favorite?
Third, definitely.
Why is that?
I think first gets pretty repetitive.
Yeah, it
and
does.
I kind of like the thrill of third base. Like, I sometimes got to play up in people's grill because they might bunt, but they also might hit it at my face. So I think I kind of like the element of surprise of third base.
What do you think is her best position between third and first?
I would say third, definitely. It's funny. We've been fortunate to have her and then Jocelyn Jeffers there at third base. And this year, like I said, with injuries and whatnot, we had to, at the beginning of the year, we put a freshman there at third. And when you play third, you play in front of the base. When we put the freshman there, she was standing behind the base. We're like, no. And she was like, oh, yeah. So it is it's a hot corner for reasons why they call it that, and Kylie does a fantastic job with that.
I want to close things up here. Hopefully have a little fun. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. If it seems a little crazy coming out, it'll hopefully be better as you keep going. But this, like I said, this first time I've been able to have a parent and a sibling or their kid on the show. I'm always curious about not just the car rides, but how you view your dad when he's upset. Can you kind of like describe or display what he's like when he's upset in the dugout?
Oh gosh, it's very much, he kind of just has like the same look on his face where it's very much just like, and you just know he's mad. And a lot of times he'll stand hand on the hip and he'll just like look around and he's just like, I cannot believe it. But it's one of those things where everyone's just walking on pins and needles and you're like, hey, just don't make him mad again.
Is that accurate?
That is very accurate. I rarely do I yell at the girls. Not that I never do, but very rarely. But they know when I'm almost there to the limit where something's about to explode on them. And here's something that we do. The girls get one timeout every practice. And they can call it at any time. Anybody on the team can call it. Normally it's a senior or a junior that calls it, and they understand. And a lot of times I'm the signal. They'll look over at me and they'll see the look on the face or the hand on the hip, and one of the older upperclassmen will go, hey, timeout. Get everybody together, and normally that takes care of it. So, yeah, she's very accurate in my mannerisms.
Got one question here. Going to go for both of you, then we're going to wrap up shop. What was the most memorable part of this final year for you playing at Western?
I'd say overall, I think obviously almost every game, because I think you cherish every memory, especially your senior year. You realize like this is it. So I think every game was really special. I mean every practice too, but I mean we won Ben Davis tournament, Mishawaka. Those were both really fun. They're both in their own ways. I think we had like a ton of energy. We think we came together really well those games, and it was just overall really fun games. And then obviously the whole state run this year, I think it was really nerve-wracking, and I remember the phrase being repeated over and over again, nerves are good. Nerves are a good thing. It means we care, because I know a lot of us were nervous, especially that pressure from last year going so far, and we all wanted it really bad. So, but overall, I think we just came together this year. I think every practice, every game, we really came together and played as a team.
What was the most memorable part of this year for you?
I don't know if I had most memorable. Like she said, the whole season was very memorable, but the girls, for the seniors anyway, and especially because my daughter's a senior this year, they didn't lose a game at home this year. I thought that was something special, especially the regional against Yorktown. I thought that one probably stands out the most, and part of that is, like you said, the community came out and supported us so well. The girls played really, really well all night long. Close game. We had played Yorktown earlier in the year. In that game, they didn't throw their number one. We didn't throw Lucy. It was cold. It was rainy that first night, and when it mattered, our girls stepped up, and I was just very proud of them.
This is Kylie Miller. She's a senior at Western, going off to play at Georgetown College next year. Bart Miller, the head softball coach over at Western, dad and daughter, they both came on the show for a special coach spotlight here at the Kokomo Post Sports. We'll see you next time.